Hi, Anna Carson here. How are you? It's been a long time since I've done any videos here, but I'm really feeling drawn to sharing a lot about what is happening just now. We're going through some absolutely immense shifts, and things are coming up that are really, or we're having options being made available to us that really have never been made available before, which is incredibly exciting. So the thing that I wanted to talk about tonight is, and this is what we're on with, the 6th of September. So I'm in Australia. So this is just the end. We're just near enough into the 7th of September. So it's late at night. And so this is something that I have been aware of and consciously working with for the last couple of weeks, but it's suddenly coming in a lot clearer form and getting to understand what's happening. So this is about the organic timeline and the differentiation between the inorganic timeline and the timeline that we naturally are existing on, and then the man-made template that we have been operating under. So the calendar got changed. It's been changed a number of times, but it got changed into the Gregorian calendar, and it also got changed again. I think it was in 1928. But basically, these are templates that have been put on. And so, at the moment we kind of say, yeah, we're in 2024. It's the 6th or 7th of September, and that puts us at a place in time and space. But this is an inorganic time. This is a man-made time. This is a man-made construct. And so what I'm seeing is that we have a choice. We're being given a choice now. And obviously not everybody is aware of this, and obviously not everybody is able to make these choices. It's not available to everybody. There's always way-showers. There's always the first wave, and then the next, and the next, and the next, as with anything that is happening through the collective consciousness. But what is happening is that this ability to choose to reconnect into the organic timeline, so into the timeline where we, from a natural point of view, and we don't need to know. What I'm being shown is we don't need to know what year it is or what date it is or anything. It's just about differentiating between and differentiating between the matrix or the template that we've been existing in, and saying, I'm not choosing that. I'm choosing the organic. I'm choosing our natural, our natural positioning in time and space. And so what I'm seeing has been happening, and I think this explains a lot of the, predictions that people have been coming out to. A lot of people say, oh, in 6 days' time, this huge event's going to happen, or this is going to happen, or we've had this, significantly, over the last few years. Where we keep having these dates coming up, this is going to happen and this is going to happen, and then nothing really happens. It's like, okay, what's going on here? Because obviously, a lot of people are following their intuition. A lot of people are getting very clear guidance, and yet it's not actually happening. And so people are kind of going, yeah, whatever. And what I'm being shown is that because we've been operating from this inorganic, this man-made template, which then we're kind of saying, okay, I'm in 2024. This is where I am in time and space. So if we think about it as a 3D model, it's like, this is where I am in time and space. However, this is, like I said, a human construct. And so it means that we are trying to manifest, that we are receiving guidance, but we are not actually in the time and place that we think we are. And so a lot of the things are not coming through into physicality. They're not coming through into this realm. They're not coming into their potential. And so what is now available is this choice of being able to consciously say, I am disregarding that template and I'm choosing our organic template, our organic positioning in time and space. And by doing that, we can actually start to really create the change and bring forward that potential that is that we can sense. So many of us, I know, really sense that potential within our hearts, within our souls, within our intuition of what is possible here on this planet, within our human, abilities, within this human, experience and existence. But we have to be within the organic realm in order to do this, and in order to make and reach that potential. And so this is exciting that suddenly we're getting given this choice, and that is is there available to us. And what I'm finding, so even when I'm doing sessions now, that I have to, normally I would write the person's name and the date, and now I'm consciously writing organic timeline. So I'm choosing a different timeline. I'm choosing a different time and space. And it's interesting because not everybody. So not everybody that I'm doing sessions for will I be stating that. And it's not my judgment. It's again my intuition, my guidance. Is that some people are maybe not quite ready to choose this, or ready to anchor themselves onto this timeline, and really because there's the difference of being in that is quite significant. But you need to I guess there's an awareness that is required, and a I guess an intelligence, an emotional intelligence, a spiritual intelligence of being able to then navigate that and manage that. And if that isn't there, if that hasn't, if some people haven't acquired that yet, then it's not the right choice. And so, I'm just seeing that they're not part of that first wave of people who are to connect with it. It is there may be the second or the third wave, or whoever knows. But for those people that are just like, they're ready, and generally that what I'm seeing is people who have been doing the work, for many years, who have really built up an understanding of how to work within these different realms and within these different dimensions, that have a really good understanding from a bigger perspective, and who are also themselves aware, and have emotional intelligence, are aware of their own energy fields, of their own energetic fields, of understanding when they're, what energies they're working with, all of those sorts of things, who have taken responsibility for their channel and for the work that they bring through. So it's been really quite fascinating to work with this and to understand, I guess, what is being offered to us here, and what is the potential of this. And what I'm seeing is the more and more that I am doing work in this, and consciously choosing that organic timeline, that actually it makes it so much easier to then see these inorganic, whether it's entities, whether it's templates that have been put on, that have been placed over our natural organic way of being, our natural your expansiveness, our natural character, I guess. I'm seeing that it becomes a lot more visible. It's almost like when you're on the inorganic timeline, when you're saying, okay, we're in 6th of September 2024, then all of those other man-made, or it could be AI, it could be entities, it could these templates exist at that same sort of frequency, exist within that timeline. And so it can be harder to then pinpoint them. It can be harder to see them in their entirety. And this is where we get stuck in, when we're in the doubt and the fear and the, all of this kind of thing. But when we're then going into the into the organic timeline, and we're really sitting in that natural space of and potential of who we are, then we can see in the entirety. I mean, I've seen these templates that have existed for my life over lifetimes. And just being able to see it as clear as day. Okay, yeah, that's an overlay that and often I've placed them on there for my own for my own evolution. So there is the template, and I can literally kind of see the emotions, the shame, the guilt, the obligation, the the fear, all of these things that are keeping that template hooked in. And being able to identify it, then being able to unhook it, and literally, okay, that's that template gone. I don't need to work with that template ever again within any of my lifetimes. That is finished, and so this is, it's certainly as a kinesiologist, and having done a lot of this work over the last decade, and obviously it used to be that we had to go into the individual stories and be able to dissect them and kind of clear each individual story, and then it kind of went bigger, and then we could do multiple ones at a time, and then we could just be taken and just go, okay, I'm just going to go to the point of origin and clear that from there. Now we can see it in its entirety, and we just need to see the overlying kind of the overlay or the impact of it, and just go, okay, done, finished, which is quite phenomenal. And obviously, every time that we're doing it for ourselves, we're doing it for the collective. It makes it easier for the next person, the next person, the next person to be able to then see these templates and remove them. So things are shifting quite incredibly fast now, and the potential that is possible. And when I'm clearing these templates, like my whole nervous system has changed. Like I've always had this kind of blanket of, I guess, almost like a depression, because I had an abuse template. It was from childhood sexual abuse, and it's something that I've seen through lifetimes that I've experienced this. And so, there's a lot of trauma involved in that. There's obviously a huge amount of impact on my nervous system and everything. And yet, having then just removed that abuse template from my own timeline, from my own soul's experiences, I was just like, wow. I mean, the freedom that I'm feeling from just doing that one piece of work, having worked on this for years and years, suddenly it's just like, it's gone. Like, it literally has gone. And my nervous system, my everything has shifted in that instant. It's quite phenomenal. So these are the things that are happening, and where I'm seeing this, like say, on an individual basis, on a collective basis, on a planetary basis. Especially this abuse template, I'm seeing that we're starting to be able to actually remove this from this planet. And obviously that abuse template for this planet has been there for thousands of years. But I'm seeing that we no longer need that. We don't need to have that template on this planet anymore. We are coming into our natural, a natural way of being, our natural state. And that is of connection, of abundance, of coming into union, coming into unity consciousness, coming out of duality. So there is, it's absolutely mind blowing as to what is unfolding at the moment. So yeah, I'd love to hear if you're experiencing any of this, what you're seeing with this, how you have been working with it or navigating it. And I'm absolutely intrigued to see how this is going to unfold over these coming days and weeks, because I've never seen us being able to shift so quickly and so fast and so significantly in such a short period of time. So we're really on a phenomenal, but a phenomenal evolutionary moment. However, obviously, as that ramps up, we've always got the other side of the spectrum. So you're expecting that the other aspect of that, from a shadow aspect, means that there's also going to be probably a lot of turmoil coming within the field. But we can literally step outside of it and go, I am not choosing that timeline. That is the inorganic timeline. I'm choosing the organic timeline. I return to my natural way of being, my my natural way of being. And I don't need to see, I can see it for what it is. I can see that we have needed it for our own evolution, from an individual point of view, from a collective, from a humanity point of view, from a planetary point of view. We have needed these templates in order to grow certain and strengthen certain virtues and attributes within ourselves. But when we have done that, when we have I guess, pass the tests that we have given ourselves. And this isn't something that's done to us. We have designed this for our own evolution. When we have been able to reach the point where it's just, okay, that condition's finished. I have reached the point that I said, okay, now we can remove this. Then literally it can just be removed. So yeah, unbelievable, absolutely incredible. So I really I'm really excited to see how this continues to unfold over the coming days.